Hey everybody, welcome back to Darvanalee Designs Studio. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole Reed and today we're here for a little bit of a stitch with me, so let's get started. Well, good morning or good evening everybody and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I do a little bit of stitching. And yes, it has been a hot minute since I did any stitching for a stitch with me. I know. I have just completely lost my stitching mojo. But anyway, we are here to do the Iced Coffee Cafe. We're working on Snow Village and we're going to get some more stitches in this. And hopefully, with any luck, I will have this finished at some stage in my lifetime. So, yeah. Anyway, that is what's been happening with this, and we're going to get into it today. We're going to do a little bit of stitching and see if we can't make some more progress. But yeah, I just haven't really been feeling my stitching lately. I have been working on stuff in the background and that for the magazine, which is a little bit slow going, but still, nonetheless, it is something that I have been working on in the background. I just haven't worked on any of my personal stitching or anything like that, so it makes it a little bit difficult to do, you know, floss tube and all that sort of stuff. But I have actually lately been thinking about it and thinking about how I have lost my stitching mojo. And to be honest, I think I just lost the joy of stitching because I was just doing it for content, for on the YouTubes and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like it's just maybe put me in a bit of a funk for stitching. Not to mention that I've also been dealing with some, you know, behind the scenes unmotivation, you know, productivity and all that sort of stuff. I've just been feeling a little bit lately, and so that has had an impact as well for me to, you know, try and get stuff done. And you know, I am a multi-craft channel as well, so I tend to do you know, go through fits and fads of doing different things. And really right now I'm really enjoying myself doing the quilt tube and making progress on those whips. And I think for the most part, like, I normally don't have a problem with having lots of whips. I never have done, but I think having those quilt ones sitting there has sort of put me in a little bit of a, you know, I need to get them done feeling. And so that's sort of where I'm at right now. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to continue doing that for the foreseeable future until I've got nothing. And then, you know, we can move on to just working on cross stitch and all that sort of stuff. And as I said, I've also been having a lot of fun doing my diamond paintings as well. I've been playing around with some of my smaller ones and it's been nice just to get a couple of quick finishes as well. I've got 2 on the go at the moment, and you're possibly starting to see them on the channel because I've actually been filming myself doing those, which has been a lot of fun, and I hope that you're enjoying seeing them come together too as well. And as I said, I have been doing some a little bit of designing and a little bit of stitching in the background, and not a great deal. I didn't put anything into the smalls issue just because I was not feeling very motivated, unfortunately, and that sometimes happens. There's not much we can do about that. Hang on, am I up to the right spot? 1, 2, 3, yep. Just making sure that I have got it in the right spot. I don't want to miscount. So yeah, and I've been thinking, like, as I said, I don't have a problem with having lots of whips. It gives me options to work on stuff. But I have been feeling like, you know, I just want to work, like, so it's hard to explain. If you don't make content, it's hard to explain. You get into this mentality where you've got to do lots of things to give variety and stuff like that. And I feel that that's what's hindering me. Like, I no sooner get into a piece and then I'm moving on to another piece. And quite frankly, it's frustrating me, and I think that that's what the problem is, that I just want to maybe not put out as much floss tube content, or just put it out when I can and work on a piece. So for instance, say I was only to put out say on the 1st of each month I was to put out a video. Then the 4 weeks following that I would just work on 3 or 4 projects, and you're still going to get the variety. You're not going to get as many videos, but you're still going to get the variety. But I'm going to see a lot of progress because I feel like I no sooner get to a point where I'm just settling into stitching, and then I'm sort of moving on to the next one. I thought that the challenges this year would help me out. I haven't done anything with the challenges. I'm not even going to bother with the challenges. I think I'm just going to pull out of them altogether and just not even worry about that. I just normally challenges inspire me. I just don't feel inspired by the projects, and you know, I only pulled out a certain amount to work on this year to make a lot of progress. So I'm thinking that I just need to maybe not put out as much floss tube content, still do the stitch with me's as much as I can, and you know, just sort of do what I can when I can. I have changed about staying at home all the time this year. I am going out, although I missed the last 2 because of car troubles and not being here. I was down in Brisbane, which I was still supposed to go, and I didn't end up going because my car was playing up, which was unfortunate. But, you know, these things happen. What can you do? Okay, what have we got going on here? Miss one, just a minute. And then miss one. All right. Let me just get that in place before I end up stitching too much. Yeah, so I'm just sort of reevaluating what I'm doing with the channel and all that sort of stuff. So just bear with me. I really do appreciate the people that have been sending me messages and emails and asking how I'm going and all that sort of stuff. I really do appreciate that. And I'm okay for the most part. I just don't feel very motivated at the moment. But I am enjoying working on my quilts and stuff like that. And as I said, I am a multi-craft channel, so I'm bound to bop around and you know, and do this and do that and move on to this and move on to that and you know, do all the things and whatnot. So there's always that sort of thing. So for the stitch with me's, what I thought I would do is I would spend about 30 minutes with you when I can. And then basically get those videos up for you. If, you know, like maybe with a little bit of music and stuff like that, where you can just relax and all that sort of thing, right? Makes sense to me. So I am looking forward to, you know, just trying to work with myself because that's not always an easy feat. And yeah, and just try and get what I can get done and then share my progress with you. So yeah, I think that for the most part is going to work. Just bear with me for a second. My frame today is being very painful and not letting me put it underneath. It won't, it's like it's jammed or something. Like it's not wanting to go up. So I do apologise if that's making you feel a bit ill, but I don't normally have this much trouble with it, so I don't know what's going on there. So I think, I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think I should just work on a couple of pieces and maybe do a floss tube once a month? Or would you prefer me to work on, I think for me, to be honest, I think I just need to maybe slow down a little bit with my cross stitching and just do what I can when I can, and you know, really work on some pieces and all that sort of stuff. And sort of the inspiration for this is I've been watching Gail, and she's been working on Crossword by Long Dog Samplers, and you know, I've got that chart and I've done a fair bit on that chart, and I'd like to get back to it. And the same as Pandemic, I'd like to get back to that as well. But I no sooner settle in, and these are big projects, and I no sooner settle in, and then I've got to pull it out of the frame to put it into something else, you know, for content and all that sort of stuff. So I'd like to just sort of maybe focus on it, you know, for a week or something like that, and then go from there. And excuse me while I just mark off where I'm at. Yeah, go from there. Maybe try something new instead of trying to just work on so much stuff. Anyway, I don't want to bum anybody out, but that's sort of how I've been feeling with my cross stitch lately. And as I said, I have been having so much fun doing my diamond paintings and all that sort of stuff. And crafting is about fun, right? So there's that. And that's sort of what I've been doing. And as I said, I've also been working on my quilt whips as well, which has been absolutely fabulous. Oh, I don't know why I did my cross like that then. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what I was thinking then. But anyway, that's going to stay odd. I don't know what I was thinking then. It's been a hot minute. Just making sure I'm counting right. Yeah, so I basically, as I said, I think I'm going to be spending, some time with you each week on this project and see if we can't get it done. I know a lot of people are keen to see this one finish because they've been along for the journey. And I really do appreciate everybody that has been, wanting to see this finished. You and me both. It has been a hot minute since I've put any stitches into this one, which makes me sad in a way because I've been neglecting my whips and whatnot, and I've got some beautiful whips that would just need to see the light of day. So yeah, I don't know, let me know in the comments when you lose motivation, what do you do? What strategies do you put in place to help you come over that cross stitch block? Do you just push through, or do you maybe take a break, or do you go and meet up with friends, or let me know, because I'd be really interested to know what people do, and that, you never know, it might be able to help me. So that'd be great if I could get some help there. All right. I think it's these little hashtags on this pattern that trick me up every time. Every single time. It's just like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I can't count. My goodness. So as I was saying, some of the Stitch With Me videos will just, it'll depend, what's gone on, if I've got any updates or what's happening or anything like that. But for the most part, it'll just be me sort of prattling on, maybe some with a little bit of music. And yeah, hopefully that'll motivate me to get on here and stitch. And a lot of the time sometimes I don't have a lot to say. Shocking, right? I know. I can hear all the gasps right now. Me quiet? Sure. And I've also been slowly but surely working on my booktube channel as well. So that has been taking a little bit of my time in the last month or so, because we were getting so close to 1,000, and I really put the push in to reach that goal, which I have, which is fabulous, and just setting up other things and all that sort of stuff as well. Yeah, and that all takes time. It all takes time. And yeah, but it's all coming together really nicely and all that sort of stuff. And as I said, I've had issues with not being motivated and not very productive and all that sort of stuff, but I seem to have turned a corner a little bit, and I'm getting back into my batch filming and all that sort of stuff. I'm still taking a step back from tutorials for a little bit, just to work on where I want to take the tutorials. Like, do I want to keep at a basic level of beginners and all the rest of it, which I do like to do those, but you know, they can get quite frustrating at times because I'm not at that level anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, so it makes it quite difficult to get motivated when you're not at that level and you're just making basic stuff. And I know that my channel is not just about me, it is about other people as well. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating because I just don't have that motivation. Not to mention, I've had a barrage of really nasty comments and stuff like that of late. I've deleted most of them. There's probably an odd one or two that may be still there, but for the most part, I get onto them straight away. But it just sort of, I think to myself, well, if no one really, and I know it's only a select few, but that select few do get under your skin. And it's not very helpful, I know. But... and I'm working through that. That's just a personal thing that I need to work through. So I am getting better at handling that. But yeah, so I think there's just been a combination of things that have really drove me crazy and have not been very conducive of productivity or anything like that. So for those that are wondering, I do waist knots and waist threads. They basically get buried under other stitching and whatnot. So yeah, that's why you can see that little bit just hanging out there doing nothing. So yeah, all right, let me put this one in and keep on moving on. And I haven't had a holiday in quite some time either, so I think that might be well, that's going to change anyway because I've got a holiday coming up at the end of July, and yeah, so I'm hoping that that will help. It might demotivate me a little bit as well. Who knows? And I may not want to ever come back from holiday, but you know, alas, I must come back because I do have work. So yeah, there's also that as well. But on a bit of an exciting note, Savannah is wanting to go to England in early 2027, and she's invited me to come with her. So I was pretty happy about that. So we're going to, I'm now in the process of saving my little tookus off to, you know, and between now and then, we've worked it out that if I put X amount of dollars away each week, I'll have enough for that. So I'm pretty chuffed that she worked it all out for me. She done the breakdown and all that sort of stuff. I said to her, are you willing to postpone if I don't, you know, because I've got a lot more bills and stuff that I've got to pay and all that sort of stuff. And I don't want to take out a household money and I don't want to stress. So I'm trying to save where I can. So all the takeouts have gone. I've had takeout once in 7 weeks since we discussed it. I had Subway. But other than that, I haven't bought any coffees. I haven't got any of my nails done or anything. I am still, however, getting my hair done because I like to get my hair done and I get really bad dandruff, and I go down and once a month I get a treatment, a hair salon treatment done on my hair, and it's really helped with my itchy scalp and dryness and everything like that. I can't even think what the name of the stuff is that we've been using, but yeah, and it's nice. It's the only treat that I have for myself, because I haven't been buying charts or patterns or doing block of the months or any of that sort of stuff. I've just been focusing on what I have here, and you know what, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I can't even express how much I'm loving it. Just being able to get things done, and you know, all the things that we do as crafters, we tend to buy a lot of stuff that we don't necessarily need. Am I becoming a frugal crafter? Maybe. Highly unlikely. We all know that once I get back from England, I'm going to buy up a storm, right? And and my books as well. I haven't been purchasing as many books either. I've just been, if I am buying books, they've been secondhand books, which is good. Like the other day, I got 30 books, and I think I counted on my video that I only got 6 memoirs. It turns out I actually got 8 memoirs, which were good, and they were just $1 each, all those books. So, and some were less than $1 because they were half price. So, I ended up getting like 30 books. I got a couple of backlisted stuff. I'm in the process of collecting Agatha Christie as well. So I've got a heap of backlisted stuff in hardcover, and that I've been wanting to read for ages, that Brendan has been hassling me to read for ages, and I just haven't done it. So yeah, I managed to get those for, I think they were $2 each or something like that, but I ended up getting 30 books for 30 books for, I think it was $25 I spent, which I thought was absolutely fabulous. Can't complain about that, can you? So that was a bit of a bonus. And so I've got them now to read. Yeah, and I'm really enjoying doing that sort of stuff, and just cutting back where I can, not doing the takeaway. I actually feel better. Like, there was a stage there where we were just grabbing takeaway. We were so busy, we just kept grabbing takeaway, and I was starting to feel really bad. And you can see, like, since I've stopped and I'm just eating all my vegetables, getting all the proper minerals and everything, my nails have grown as well, so I don't actually have to go and get and on the other hand as well, and my skin's not as dry either, which has been really good. And yeah, just little things that I didn't realize. Well, I knew that I was not eating healthy. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not that stupid. I actually knew that I wasn't eating healthy, but I just didn't realize how much I wasn't, like, getting the proper nutrients and all that sort of stuff. Let me just write. I'm just looking at this going, that's not right. That's not sitting right. It's because I didn't go over enough. So let me just unpick this. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. Like, you know, I've been making food. The one thing I will say though is I do not know how to cook for small people, like just 1 or 2 people, because a lot of time, you know, Brendan's not here for dinner and stuff like that, or the girls aren't here for dinner, and you know, well, Savannah doesn't live here anymore, and Neralee's working and all that sort of stuff. So a lot of time it's just me here, and because they grab food on the run or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to cook for 1 person or 2 people and all the rest of it. So I'm still cooking the same size meals as I was before, but I basically freeze them. So I might eat it for 2 nights, and I'll freeze enough for 2 nights. So then I'm getting quite a little repertoire of stuff in the freezer, and I'm trying not to cook the same things. I'm trying to get a bit of a mix. So eventually there'll be like 2 or 3 months where I won't have to buy anything, which will be great. Like, because I'll have all my dinners, I'll just have to get a few essentials and that's it. So that's been a lot of fun. Of course, when I went away, no one tended to the garden, so the garden died off, and yeah, and got a little bit overgrown and got attacked by the bugs and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to prep it in the next. I was going to do it last weekend, but it was raining. But I'm going to prep it for winter planting. Okay, that's going to look a bit better. I was thinking to myself, what have I done? Like, I was counting and thinking I've got it right. Yeah, no. I know that you're not surprised by this because we've been here for a while, right? Yeah, anyway, shh. All right. Have I done that right? I think I've done it wrong again. Have I? Miss 1, miss 2, stitch 2. Oh, miss 3. No, it's all right. I haven't missed 3 and stitch. I was counting. The little hash, the hashtag mark gets me every time. Every single time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 2. All right. Sorry if you were counting. I do apologise. I almost want to do the next house bit too, because I just hate doing this part, because I've struggled with it. I've just struggled with it. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you're working on in the comments. I think I've already asked that question. And if you are new here and you've yet to subscribe, I'm not normally this loopy or whatever the case may be. Please, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you here. And yeah, let me just cross these off because I'm getting confused where I'm at. Alright, I've done the second one. So I have done this, and now I'm up to that one. Alright. Okay. Alright. Cross them off. Miss 2. Stitch 1. Alright. This is the tricky one. Like this section is probably the most trickiest that I have with the whole blocks. The rest of it's pretty simple. It goes together pretty smoothly and all that sort of stuff. But this bottom parts of these little blocks have like 100% done my head in. I have made so many mistakes in these that it's like I can't even wrap my head around how many times I've had to unpick and all the things. All right, let me just cross this off again, keeping in track of it. So we've got that one, we've got that one, we've got that one, and then we have to do those ones. So, miss 2, stitch 2. All right, then miss 3. All right, I think we've got it now. I know that once this little section is over and done with, it's going to go together so quickly that, we'll be on to the next one before we know it. He's hoping anyway. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. So, yeah. I'm just trying to save as much as I can in places and stuff like that. I've cancelled a lot of like TV subscriptions and stuff like that because I'm not watching TV. I've kept Prime and I have Disney Plus at the moment. I cancelled Stan just recently and Netflix as well because I'm just not really feeling them, I guess. So yeah, and like I spend more time searching for something to watch than I am actually watching stuff. So right now, which I've mentioned in my diamond painting, I'm watching Bones, Sleepy Hollow, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And yeah, and so I'm really enjoying those. And they're on Disney and Prime, so I don't need to have all the other ones if I'm not watching them, in my opinion. So that, and that adds up over a year if you're not watching it. And like I think Netflix was like $22 or something a month, and I had Binge there for a while, and Stan I'm sort of just dropping in and out. Like there's a series on there that I want to watch. It's a mini series, so I'll just sign up for a month if I want it, and then I'll just cancel at the end. Like I pay the month, I get it for the month, and then I just instantly cancel it because there's no point in having stuff if you're not using it, in my humbled opinion. All right. There's still so much white to do. Oh, I've lost my needle. There it is. All right. Now let's start the next one. Come in. this one. I think the easiest way is to just do this with the half legs, and then I won't mess it up, I don't think. We'll see. Let me just look at this. Let me just count this. This one. This one. Okay. One more. This one. All right, we're getting there now. We're getting there now. All right, let me just count this again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this one. I do like mapping it out, and because I haven't done any stitching or anything like that, I haven't mapped any of the areas out because I haven't been working on these at night. So I've been just doing diamond painting or watching TV, which I think I just must be in that time where I just need to do that and just relax and shut down, because when you do craft all day every day, it does get a bit tedious at times and you want to do something else, you know. So yeah. All right, well, I am going to sign off from here. I will be back again with sometime in the very near future with another stitch with me, and hopefully we will have made more progress than what we've got going on right now. I definitely will be putting this up for today and won't be putting any more stitches in it because I do have a few other things that I have to do today. So there's that. So next time you see it, I probably won't have progressed very far from where I'm at right now. But for the most part, that's okay because we're using it as a stitch with me. All right, so don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends so I can get seen in the algorithm and seen by more people. And don't forget to keep it simple, keep your crafting going, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.